Chaos teams are bad because they lack skills and rely on raw strength. Dwarf teams' only weakness is that they have average strength and rely on mass block. Combining the two teams into one must be a match made in heaven then, right? Welcome to a Fumbled Guide to Blood Bowl. Chaos Dwarves are exactly what they sound like, a team of Chaos God worshippers that are dwarf instead of human. Their biggest problem is the fact that for some reason they couldn't find enough dwarves to make up a full team, so the lineman positionals are made up of hobgoblins. Hobgoblins are terrible. They are human linemen with worse armor, and unlike thralls, they don't even have general skills on primary access anymore. They only get devious skills on primary, which is a pretty big problem because they are also the only edge 3-up pieces you have. This makes it nearly impossible to make them ball carriers, so like the Tomb Kings, you are stuck with coin flips to pick up the balls, and raindrops are your kryptonite. You can have up to 2 of your hobgoblins be stabbas with stab and shadowing, which is a waste of money because if the stab fails, you are stuck there because you can't hit and run like a dark elf assassin, so your 8-up armor ass is gonna get deleted. The saving grace for the stabbas is they keep general access along with the devious access, which makes my brain short circuit because it makes no goddamn sense, but whatever, I'm not running stabbas anyways. The real meat and potatoes of this team comes with the dwarves themselves. Blockers are only strength 3, and agility 4-up, and movement 4, so they still kinda suck doing anything besides getting hit, but they start with block. An Ironhard skin means their armor 10-up is always a 10-up, no matter what, so they will stay on the field like cockroaches unless Neffel decides to give you the finger. You used to be able to take up to 6 dwarf blockers, but we can't have nice things, so 2 of them got taken from us and they came back as firebenders. The Flamesmiths lose the Ironhard skin and trade block for brawler in order to be able to spew flames. The Fire Nation special is a bit weird rules-wise. Basically, on a 1, you knock yourself over and get a turnover. On a 2 to 3, nothing happens. On a 4 to 5, the opponent has to stop, drop, and roll, being placed prone with no armor roll being made. And on a natural 6, the fire knocks them down and actually deals damage by an armor roll. Big guys with strength 5 or more cause a -1 to this roll because fuck you, that's why. Flamesmiths are in a similar boat as Hobgoblin Stabbas. Not really necessary, but nice if you can afford it. However, I'd actually recommend these guys because they are, at their worst, another armor 9000 piece your opponent has to plow through to get to your ball carrier. And at their best, you win the coin flip to down an enemy block step war dancer, which opens them up to Hobgoblin fouls. The stars of this team are the Bull Centaurs. Strength 4 with movement 6, sprint, and sure feet, and the 4 legs ensure that when playing the video game, you can never tell if these guys are prone or standing. If you share one of my brain cells, you may think, hang on, these guys can't be the ball carriers. Agility 4-up with unsteady and no ball carrying skills should have made that obvious, but for some reason, Dwarf coaches still try it. I didn't get it at first either, but for the sake of why not? I decided to remake my initial Dwarf team with the Bull Centaurs as the ball carriers this time, and holy shit, this is infinitely better. Having your ball carrier be a strength 4 piece is disgusting, just ask the vampire thrower. And the sprint sure feet combo means these guys are basically movement 9, which is nearly as fast as Gutter Runner. Sure, it may be more difficult to get them the ball in the first place, but with your brawling piece starting off with block, this is where you will want to burn your rerolls. You can also get a Minotaur if you have $1 more billion. Most of the time you will need that money for rerolls because 4+ to pick up the ball with no sure hands. Did I say more? Starting rosters give you a few options. You will need both Centaurs. You will need 4 Dwarf blockers. You will need at least 3 rerolls. That leaves money left over for either 1 Flamesmith, 2 Stabbas, or an Apothecary. You can drop a reroll for more options, but with no ball carrying skills and only 4 block pieces, you really can't. Believe me, I tried, and that's my excuse for how long it took to make this video. For level ups, I mean obviously the Bull Centaur gets block. After that, you have 2 routes, Blitzer or Runner. Blitzer will want Tackle and Mighty Blow. Runner will want Sure Hands and Break Tackle for dodging. My professional advice, build 1 of each since you have 2 of them. Dwarf blockers have almost no movement, so Tackle isn't the best on them, but it is still an option for leagues full of stunties. Personally, I'd go with Guard, then stand firm so the guard doesn't go anywhere. Flamesmiths want to follow the same route. Alternatively, if you want to go the killer route, you could get Mighty Blow and save up for Claws. I know Mighty Blow and Claws don't stack anymore, but here's the thing, they are still a scary combo. Against tanky pieces, you use Claws to break the armor, and the Mighty Blow still gets used on the injury roll. Against weak pieces, you don't even need to use Claws at all. The Hobgoblins really only have one build path now, they only have devious access on primary, Dirty Player, then any random fouling skills. Pile Driver isn't usable on them since they are strength 3 and may need to punch sometimes. Stabbas are in the same boat, but you can also give them block to serve as backup blitzers. If you somehow get a Minotaur, you have 2 routes with it. Break Tackle and Juggernaut to make a Blitzer, or Brawler and Guard to make a frontline Bruiser. Since you have mutation access on primary, Claws is also a good combo with Mighty Blow, see above. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you, I love this faction, but I can understand why someone else might not. In the before times when you had 6 blockers with tackle, it was like a dwarf team, but you had a combo that's flexible, yet fragile, human linemen to do other shenanigans. Nowadays, their win rates have nosedived, and GW still considers them top tier. Maybe someday Games Workshop will move them to tier 2 where they belong, but until then, I must score a touchdown to restore my honor.